Harper Perennial and HarperAudio present Reconstruction, Updated Edition, America's Unfinished Revolution, 1863 to 1877, by Eric Foner, read by Grover Gardner. Dedication for Lynn. Editor's Introduction. Probably no other chapter of American history has been the subject, one might say the victim, of such varied and conflicting interpretations as what attempts to give unity and coherence to the era we call Reconstruction. Even the chronology is chaotic. Did the process begin with the bizarre creation of West Virginia in 1861? Or should that be dated 1863? Did it conclude with the Compromise of 1877? Or was its true conclusion Brown versus Topeka in 1954? Was its central theme political, the reconstruction of the old Union? Or was it legal and constitutional, the revolutionary 14th Amendment that still functions as an instrument of revolution? Was its central theme social and moral, the end of slavery, or did the realities of slavery persist for another half-century or more? Was its significance fundamentally in what has been called the emergence of modern America into the triumphant democracy that Andrew Carnegie celebrated? Or was it rather the emergence of America to world power, or certainly to Pacific power? Or might it all be interpreted in philosophical terms, the age of Darwin and Spencer, of Lester Ward and William James, who contributed so much to reconstructing American thought? Reconstruction embraced, of course, all these chapters of our history, a conclusion illustrated by successive generations of historians from James Ford Rhodes, Ellis Oberholzer, John W. Burgess, and Vernon Parrington, to the schools of William Dunning, W.E.B. Du Bois, Walter Fleming, and Allan Nevins. It is to this distinguished lineage of Reconstruction scholars that Professor Foner belongs, and in nothing is he more distinguished than in his independence and originality. The most striking feature of that independence is his insistence that the Negro was the central figure and the most effective in Reconstruction. In this he was, to be sure, anticipated by the great Negro leader Du Bois. To the support of his thesis, Mr. Foner has brought a prodigious body of evidence, organized it not only skillfully, but also, we may almost say, with stylistic genius, and produced what is a scholarly, convincing reconstruction of what is indubitably the most controversial chapter in our history. Henry Steele Commager, Richard B. Morris. Preface. Revising interpretations of the past is intrinsic to the study of history. But no part of the American experience has, in the last 25 years, seen a broadly accepted point of view so completely overturned as Reconstruction, the violent, dramatic, and still controversial era that followed the Civil War. Since the early 1960s, a profound alteration of the place of blacks within American society, newly uncovered evidence, and changing definitions of history itself have combined to transform our understanding of race relations, politics, and economic change during Reconstruction. Yet despite this change in consciousness, so to speak, historians have yet to produce a coherent new portrait of the era. The scholarly study of Reconstruction began early in this century with the work of William Dunning, John W. Burgess, and their students. The interpretation...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?